crew keeps the vision in sight. Inside African shows the story true.
Welcome to Inside Africans. I am Mr. Azar. I travel the world to feature our people, our culture, and our communities. Before we begin, let me ask you something. When you visited San Francisco, did anyone whisper Mary Ellen Pleasant's name to you? Did you ever stand beneath her eucalyptus trees at Octavia and Bush? Did you find William Alexander Leidesdorff's statue or his grave and say thank you? If you didn't, it's not your fault. Our maps forget. Our tours skip pages. But that silence is a loss, I feel, because when our heroes fade, we fade with them. This show exists to fight that forgetting. I am Mr. Azar, and this is Inside Africans. Because if we don't tell our stories, they will be told for us. Last episode, we walked with Leidesdorff. Tonight, we stand with Mary Ellen Pleasant. Lean in with me. Let's bring her back into the light and keep her there. Today, Mary Ellen Pleasant, 1814 to 1904 entrepreneur, abolitionist, the woman they call Black City Hall. She built a fortune in Gold Rush, San Francisco, helped finance the Underground Railroad in California, sued and won the landmark 1868 streetcar desegregation case, and, by her own account, helped bankroll John Brown's raid on Harpers Ferry. Her achievements reshaped a city, and like so many self-made Black pioneers of her time, power struck back. Stay with me. This is her story.
Octavia's wind keeps whispering, eucalyptus shades the plaque.
Mary Ellen Pleasant's beginnings are partly a mystery by design and by the biases of her time. Sources place her birth around 1814 and trace her early years through Nantucket, Massachusetts, where abolitionist networks shaped her path. In New England, she married James Smith, a contractor and ardent abolitionist. When he died, he left her a substantial inheritance, and she left a record of helping people reach freedom along the Underground Railroad. With the inheritance and abolitionist heat rising, Pleasant sailed to San Francisco in 1852. Right in the roar of the gold rush, she worked strategically as a cook and housekeeper inside elite households, listening as powerful men trade tips. Then she invested laundries, boarding houses, restaurants, real estate, even mining stocks. On the 1890 census, she simply wrote her profession as capitalist. She used profit to lift others, staffing her businesses largely with Black workers and helping newcomers get a start.
Nantucket fog and hidden roads, the underground at night. Widow's purse and freedom code, she kept the lantern bright.
Pleasant didn't separate business from mission. In California, she quietly sheltered and funded freedom seekers, including the well-known case of Archy Lee in 1858. Through donations to Black institutions, the Athenaeum, the Black Press, and the AME Zion Church, she needed a safety net when California law still targeted Black testimony and mobility.
A woman sued the streetcar line and tipped the power back. Mary Ellen Pleasant, her name outshines the world.
In 1866, a San Francisco streetcar refused to carry Mary Ellen Pleasant because she was black. She sued twice. The second case, Pleasant versus North Beach and Mission Railroad Company, reached the California Supreme Court and helped outlaw segregation on San Francisco streetcars, an early victory years before Plessy versus Ferguson codified separate but equal elsewhere. The court affirmed the anti-segregation principle even as it reversed a $500 damages award, a window into the era's limits, and her resolve.
House of mystery, inked in fear, her influence innate. Money climbed those walnut stairs, eucalyptus saw it all. No scandal dimmed the stature of that.
Wealth brought visibility and rumors. Pleasant formed a long partnership with Thomas Bell, a banker and investor. Together, they lived in and ran affairs from an imposing mansion at Octavia and Bush, a house newspapers nicknamed the House of Mystery. Much of the tabloid talk came from hostile papers and later sensationalized accounts, but the fact on the ground still tower over gossip. Pleasant moved and managed large sums in a city that didn't intend space for a black woman's power. Late in life, Pleasant told a reporter she had financially supported John Brown's 1859 raid on Harpers Ferry, saying it was the most important act of her life. A note found on Brown mentioned more money to help when the first blow was struck. Historians debate the size of her contribution, but at her request, her tombstone carried a simple line, "A friend of John Brown." Whether it was a purse of dollars, maybe it was a whispered promise that crossed a continent. Either way, history knows where she stood.
Would she planted hold the ground for every passerby who paused?
Scandal and litigation drained her fortune near the end, but not her imprint. She died in 1904, having lived long enough to see the city she shaped begin to forget her. The trees she planted at Octavia and Bush outlived the mansion, and the city later designated them a structure of merit, today known as Mary Ellen Pleasant Memorial Park, often called San Francisco's smallest park. From a kitchen in the gold rush to the state's highest court, Mary Ellen Pleasant built capital and community. She turned listening into leverage and leverage into rights. The next time you pass these trees, remember the woman who made room on the streetcar and in the city for everyone. San Francisco's smallest park sits on a windy corner at Octavia and Bush. A handful of towering eucalyptus trees and a bronze plaque. But the woman behind those trees shook this city's power, sued segregation of its streetcars, and claimed she funded John Brown's raid against slavery. This is Mary Ellen Pleasant, entrepreneur, organizer, and the force people once called Black City Hall.
Black City Hall. What's that? Black City Hall.
God bless her. She's one of my heroes.
So what's your fun fact about Mary Ellen Pleasant?
She's a badass. Yeah, I liked, they described her as a woman who shot first, asked questions after,
Yes.
So, but yeah, what a phenomenal woman. So I feel very honored to live in this neighborhood and to know that she was here. So I feel like her spirit lives on.
Yes.
And if you do the ghost tour, they will tell you
She was just talking about
her ghost is still here as well.
Yeah, I had that. She shows up. Yeah, I had some people are saying like she sits here. She'll be, sometimes she's shown like just walking around here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and of all the things, I mean, she did so many things, but I'm so grateful that she planted these trees. So, yeah, I enjoy them every day. So,
Yes.
anyway, well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank
It's
you,
glad to
thank
have
you,
here.
thank
This
you.
is
She lost her millions too in legal.
All the millionaires in the 1800s, it looked like they died all broke.
Yeah, or got killed.
They got
or
killed.
got their stuff got stolen
Yeah,
from them.
yeah,
Yes.
wow.
But this is how white supremacy is in this country. Black people, even when we amass wealth, even when we do all the right things and we succeed, they still find loopholes and ways to tear us down and to take it all back.
She packed her dreams with the rising tide. Steamship bound for Frisco shine. Gold rush tambourines were banging.
Like Central Park used to be a black neighborhood. They took all those people's property and turned it into a park. Whereas even when white people were crooked and made their millions, no one touched their fortunes.
No one touched the fortune. Just being a black person at all is is something, telling you. People don't know all the things that the cards that are stacked against.
Yep, and the new cards, they add new cards to stack against you. There's a time when black people weren't even allowed to buy property in certain neighborhoods. That's why she had to befriend white people, because she would give them the money to buy the property in her name, so that it would go under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the sale would go through. Because, the white people, they see a white person, oh yeah, I've been buying it from you, okay, let's sign up the contract, I can buy it from you. But if a black person with money came and said, I want to buy from you, nope, I'm not selling, it's not for sale. And I wouldn't sell it to you even if you were the last person on earth, because you're black. That's what people were dealing with then.
But you still have that. They will not refuse to sell it to you. But there are neighborhoods here that you don't want to go buy a house there. Not only in California, maybe not in California. But there are neighborhoods in the United States that if you have money, you should stay away from. When a city tried to make no room for her, Mary Ellen Pleasant made room for all of us. She turned kitchens into boardrooms, whispers into leverage, and a streetcar into a ride. If her name was new to you tonight, that is not your fault, but it is our fight. Before you go, do one thing for her legacy. Share this episode with 2 people who love history. Subscribe and turn on notifications so these stories don't slip back into silence. Comment with one place of black history in your city that more people should know. And if you are ever in San Francisco, stand under these trees at Mary Ellen Pleasant Memorial Park. Say her name. I am Mr. Azar. This is Inside Africans. If we don't tell our stories, they will be told for us. Thank you for keeping Mary Ellen's light alive. I will see you in the next episode.
Rock City Hall. What's up? Rock City Hall. Root she planted in the damn for Asher Bible calls. packed her dreams with the rising tide. Steamship bound for Frisco shine. Gold rush tambourines were banging, but she kept her rhythm fine. From the kitchen to the parlor, listening close while the big boys schemed. Stirred their soups, caught all their whispers, turned every rumor into steam. Oh, swing that ledger, spin that mop, laundry bell to countertop. Put a nickel in the jukebox, let the register ring true. On the census line she signed her name, capitalist, thank you. Houses, corner cafes, pots of dirt where the skyline grows. Mining shares in her apron pocket, real estate keys in a neat little row. She hired the hands that others passed, lifted neighbors off the street. Every coin she flipped for profit, built another worker's seat. Mr. Isaac slides the bass line, eats the story in the groove, tells how Pleasant's quiet empire helped the whole town move. Swing, Miss Pleasant, cash that coup. Roar of the rush in 52. Census man asked, what's your trade? She winked, capitalist, paid in spades.